right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Tuesday, August 6th, set today by Tramp. Let's see what Tramp has. Children out of university. Son after 1,000 smackers. Ah. Children out of university sounds like wordplay, but so does 1,000 smackers, but maybe smackers could be kisses, but I don't see how kisses would be children out of university. Oh, unless it's kids somehow getting out of the D. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Son, of course, would be one of those S's, but after 1,000, of course, K could be 1,000. Oh, it is kisses. So it all comes after K for 1,000. Children are issue, but without the U for university. And then that final S is the son. Oh my goodness. That was quite a journey. Let's see. First month to join hot website entertaining adult. I wonder if first could be IST. Yeah. Or is first the definition? Or is adult? Well, entertaining adult makes it seem like we put adult inside of something. Is there a first month in another calendar other than January? I might have a look at the calendars in other religions or other cultures. Let me take a peek at that on Wikipedia. No, I didn't find anything useful in the Muslim or Hebrew calendars, but we'll come back to that one. Store with drink to sell. I'm presuming the definition is to sell, and we're going to have something for store and then a short drink. And it's going to mean to sell. Of course, could also be store as the definition, which could be a verb. No, this ultimately. Oh, I wonder if that's the S we have at the start, the last letter of this. A record when going around carrying clubs. So then I'm thinking clubs are going to be the definition, but with a question mark. So it's probably not a straight definition. So maybe not golf clubs, which is what the surface, I think, wants us to think. Could be nightclubs, could be playing cards. No, March could be his start of success round country. Ah, my goodness. I'm wondering if the definition could be March could be his. But then start of success, might be S, and then round might be O, and then maybe a 3. Oh, that's exactly it. Oh, that is very clever. Very well phrased. And so I'm lucky, I think, that I just realized you could break it after his. And the most famous composer of marches is Sousa. So start of success, sure enough, is the S, round, and then the country is USA. All right. They might stick to bottom in rubbish. Ah, yeah, I'm not sure what that could be. The mind boggles at sticking to bottom. I presume it's a double definition. Probably rubbish is the more ordinary definition, and then they might stick to bottom, low something. No. How about cape of pianist without sleeves turned up? I'm just wondering if without sleeves could mean the outer letters of pianist. Yes, and then if you turn it up or reverse it, you get Sinai. Now, I know there's the Sinai Peninsula, but I presume it has a cape, Cape Sinai, or just a cape is considered the same as a peninsula. Not sure about that. Let's go back to the acrosses. Split school term for Christmas after 1 month. Now, I hope it's nothing to do with British school terms, which might have funny names. I'm wondering if after 1 month might be September and we start with SAP. And then a split, maybe separate, school term. Oh, term for Christmas, maybe? Is split school a definition? I don't know what that would even mean. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Stain bad, finally going for cleaning solution. A stain bad might mean to anagram stain. And then finally going for I presume cleaning solution is the definition. I'm wondering if it could be anti and then S something something. But finally going, I don't think it's going to be the G of going. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. What else could a cleaning solution be? Ammonia? No, don't see it. Currently getting on with no women. Well, I'm thinking no women is going to be now, N-O-W. So up to now, maybe getting on with. Yeah, so I'm thinking currently is the definition. I would have thought maybe as of now, but I wonder if it could be up to now. That's not really currently, that's really all of the time before now. But what else could it be? I'll leave it in for now, but we may have to look at 15 squared for that one. Ooh, here's one that goes all the way across, all 15. Speaking of 15 squared. Order for partner to leave. Go as real ale pint is spilled. Well, I think we're going to anagram how many letters in go as real is 8 plus the 7 of ale pint. So I think we're going to anagram that, and it's going to be an order for partner to leave, but with a question mark. So I don't think it's a straight definition. But what kind of words are we going to have in go as real? Oh, could it be something like separation? Let's try the anagram helper, although with so many letters, I'm not sure how helpful it's going to be, but maybe I'll be lucky. Yeah, I'm going to pause because there's a leaf blower outside my window, and I'll just keep shuffling and hopefully find something. Well, I ended up working it out on paper, thinking, yeah, separation is right, and then the letters that are left over spell legal. So it is really a straightforward, I suppose, order for partner to leave. Or it could be, maybe that's why the question mark is there. All right, let's try wrong answer witty. Is it going to be to wrong or a wrong? A for answer and then a three-letter witty, or yeah, I can't think it would be the other way around where something for wrong followed by an A would mean witty. What's a word for witty ending in A? I don't think so. How about kinky striptease revealing art in suspense? I'm wondering if kinky could be an anagram indicator because striptease does have 10 letters. But what is art in suspense? Something like a mobile where the art is hanging down? Or maybe it's something for the way you would hang art. Yeah, I don't see it. Man losing energy for a darling we hear. Is he in a rut? Question mark. So I think that's the definition, but again, I think it's going to be maybe someone literally in a rut. Could it be like somebody plowing? Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to have a word for man and lose an E for energy, and then a homophone of darling. Don't get that. All right, how about argue with sister about dad? Here's another one where I'm not sure. Well, I think argue with, maybe? And we're going to put something for sister. Is it simply SIS? Oh, it could be a nun, of course. And what does that go around? D for dad or P or F for father? Argue with sister about dad. No. And then here's the other 15 letter. Maybe dad in favor of sister taking over that with the dreaded ellipses. Maybe dad in favor of makes me think we're going to have pro in there somewhere. Oh, I'm wondering something like personal pronoun. Because I'm seeing pro none, and if none takes an O for over from cricket, that would be a pronoun. Maybe dead. But where's the personal? Oh, relative? Is there such a thing as a relative pronoun? Let me pause and look that up. Yes, there is. It's a pronoun that links a relative clause. So I probably learned that in school many years ago, but I think that must be right. All right, let's go back to the downs. Let's see. Do I have anything for my rubbish? Oh, I'm thinking of something that sticks to the bottom of a pot. But I'm not sure about that. My store with drink to sell. No, I don't see that. Or my first month. No, let's go to Taylor Swift cut touring hard opening in UK. Well, Taylor Swift has 11 letters, but I think we're going to remove the last T and anagram it, and then the hard opening, I think it's going to end in an H. Well, maybe the H goes in the middle, but the way I read that is touring is going to apply to Taylor Swift. And it's, I presume, going to be somewhere in the UK. Let's try the anagram helper. Put in Taylor Swift plus the H. Something fourth. Yeah, there is something coming to me, but not seeing it. This reminds me of the opening of Faulty Towers, when the sign would always have the letters rearranged in some anagram. Yeah, there we go. Some funny ones, all right. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but I do like it being the Firth or the Firth of Forth or the Fourth of Firth, something like that. All right, one goes up to neck, two drinks with no staggering. Wow. I think it might mean the definition might be one goes up to neck, and it's some article of clothing, perhaps. But I can't think what it would be with that W in the end. I'm going to pause and run through the vowels for that second position. I actually got it by looking at the second word and thinking, oh, it might be an N, and then I thought of not, and then, of course, the Windsor knot, which I think I remember looking at YouTube trying to work out how to tie a Windsor knot and giving up and going back to my old way. So how does the wordplay then work? Two drinks with NO, use anagram all of those letters, I think. Alrighty. Relieving one-time lover, attractive when topless. So it sounds like we're going to have probably relieving as the definition. I think one-time lover might simply be X. And then a word for attractive, and we're going to drop its first letter. Yeah, I'm thinking of appealing, but that ain't right. Relieving. What's a word for that beginning with EX? No, not sure. Make do, work on collecting income support. Make do might be the definition, something for to get by, or and then we're going to put maybe an OP could be work on collecting income support. No, not yet chosen, question mark. Large kid going outside for game. I presume it's going to be a game. 8 letters, fourth is T. And we're going to have probably L for large and something for a kid. Oh, of course, could be the verb to kid somebody on the outside, and inside not yet chosen. But the question mark makes me think that's going to be a very loose definition of the inner letters. Not yet. Anyway, what would a game be now if it does begin with L, not lacrosse, Ludo. Oh, I used to love Ludo when I was a very little kid. Ooh, I'm just not. Oh, of course it could be game as in things you shoot or hunt, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. Excuse or excuse from officer not in line. Oh dear. Is it going to be excuse 3-3? Or is it not in line 3-3? That's the way it's phrased sounds it's more likely to be a definition of excuse or excuse. But officer not in line. No, don't see that. Love to support girl that's pulled after a fling. Oh, that's a very clever definition again. So the wordplay, I think, was quite simple. I did think love to support means we're going to have an O at the end. And having the L definitely helps to think that a girl could be a lass. And so a lasso is something you throw it and then you pull it. That's clever. Sees wives after playing around. Oh, well, the advice that is often given by, say, Simon over on Cracking the Cryptic, or I think I've heard David Webb say it as well, is that by the time you get to the last down clues, the setter may be running out of steam a little bit and they might be easier. And I think that's the case here. Wives after playing around tells us to anagram wives, and we get views. All right, back to the crosses. Someone that's taken heroin with hole in front of leg. Oh, maybe it is someone that's taken. Oh, someone that's taken like a kidnap. A hostage. Yes. So let's see. As heroin is H, I think. With hole in front of leg. Oh, I think hole then is simply an O because it looks like a hole. And the leg of, say, the Tour de France would be a stage. I like it. Mocking person, golf clubs broken by the first tee. So I think again we're going to have a funny definition of a mocking person, question mark. And then I think maybe we're going to have an anagram of some golf clubs, and maybe by the first letter of T, which I think might be that final T. But who is a mocking person? But why does it have the question mark? Unless it's just there for the surface to break up the sentence. And then what are going to be the golf clubs? Irons, woods, wedges. Yeah, I don't see it. Bags last of crap from dogs. I think dogs might be the definition. Last of crap is a P. Or maybe we think of some dogs that have a P in them and we take that away from them and it gives us bags, which could be a verb as well as a noun. What dogs have a P in them? Pointers, poodles. Oh, oodles. There we go. That one turned out to be easier than I thought it would be. All right, the last clue, drain of state by government. I'm thinking it's going to be drain, and we're going to put maybe a 5-letter state by G for government. State, of course, could also be the verb to state. I wonder if it's going to end in IN and then we'll have an ING for drain. No. All right, my game is filling in nicely. Large kid. Of course, I'm not sure about that L, but it just makes sense. No, not seeing anything, but I did glance up here and I saw we have the H. So I think there's a Galloway, but no, that doesn't fit. Definitely not Galway. That's not in the UK, but I am thinking it is something Firth. Let me put in Firth and try now. Taylor Swift H. Why am I not? Walsoy. Solway. Yes. Yeah. I think I have heard of the Solway Firth. Let me just pause and look up where it is. Yes, it's up in the northwest part of the border between England and Scotland, and actually it is close to Galloway. Oh, and the Isle of Man is quite close by. All right, so some nice starting letters. Stain bad. Okay, it's not the anti whatever I thought it might have been. Or ammonia cleaning solution beginning with S. Is it going to be a brand name? I don't think so. So I think we have our A for answer at the start. And then a word for witty. And it's going to mean wrong. I'm not seeing that. I'm going to pause and go through the alphabet. Of course, witty could be wry humor. And if things go wrong, they go awry. I like it. Now our man losing energy. Yeah, is he in a rut? Farmer, something, or some kind of wheel. Well, no, wouldn't say is he. No. Could the game be football? But I don't see how the wordplay would work. Not yet chosen. No. All right. Let's see. Nothing new for this one. They might stick to bottom in rubbish. Rubbish could be a verb, so put something, set something. No, don't see it. No, I'm really missing an awful lot of letters here. Let me pause and think about this one. No, I'm not getting anything there. I thought it might end in ale. So 3 letters store, ale. But I can't think of a word I can't think of any word that would be S something something ALE. I then looked at this and couldn't really think of anything, so I had to use wordplays.com, put in the letters I had, and one of the suggestions was inaugural. So I think the definition might be first month to join, or maybe just, oh no, it's first. Yeah, the inaugural edition, the first edition. So month, I think, is August, which joins hot is in. And then website, is URL, of course. Ah, yes, entertaining A for adult. Oh my goodness, very tricky. Here's this. I mean, it could still be an anagram of stain, just not a lot of chopping and changing going on. What is that cleaning solution? Oh, maybe it's just solution. No, I don't get that. Okay, so now our man in a rut is F. Oh, a fallow period or something. Oh no, fellow maybe fellow. Ah, I do like it being fellow though, but I don't see how a phrase for is he in a rut would begin with fellow. Oh, rut, of course, could be something to do with. Oh, darling, we hear could be your dear, DEAR. And I think it is something to do with a deer. Oh, and I think it is a fallow deer. Ah, yes, and a man is a fellow. You lose the E for energy, and you put in A to get fallow. Darling, we hear is the deer, and a fallow deer could be in a rut. Oh, very clever. All right, so this must be football. What other ball games are there? I can't think of any others. So, not yet chosen. Large kid going outside. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check this one. It is correct, but no idea why it is correct. So we'll have to look at 15 squared for that one. All right, so the bottom left is finally done. Let's try the top left then. We do end in D. This ultimately a record when going around carrying clubs. Oh. What is a record going to be in wordplay? I'm thinking it could be ALP, a disc. When going around carrying clubs. Maybe it's an adjective that somebody who is carrying clubs question mark is somehow armed or I'm not sure. Suited. I think I'm going to have to look at wordplays.com again. Well, I think I've found the answer, and this is another very clever clue. I think the answer is scorecard. So the whole clue reads as the definition that a scorecard is a record when you play golf going around carrying clubs. But I think it's also an anagram of this ultimately, which gave us the S, and a record going around or being anagrammed and carrying, we need an extra C. Yeah, a record is 7 plus S, 8, and then another C carrying C for clubs. Very, very clever. So I think that's 3 or 4 now I've really been amazed by. Stain Bad, finally going for cleaning solution. Ending in O, I'm thinking of Brasso. But finally going for... Yeah, because I don't think the definition can be stain ending in O. Yeah, let me pause and doodle on some paper and see if I can work this out. Well, I've had to resort to wordplays.com again. There weren't that many words that fit this pattern. One is shampoo, which would be a cleaning solution. But I don't get the wordplay for this one. Sham. I'm thinking sham and poo, which surprises me they don't use a cruder way to clue poo, but I think it's maybe poor might be bad, but the final letter goes away to leave poo. But then sham to me is fake. I don't see it as meaning stain, so I may be missing something there. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm wondering about 3 down if it could be supply. Store with drink to sell. I mean, we've seen supply clued where it's paired with supply, but yeah, what else could it be? Sup could be to drink. Yes, and if you ply your wares, you're selling them. Very good. All right, I was just slow on that one, I'm sure. Most of you are way ahead of me. Split school term for Christmas. Yeah, let me look up British school terms, which of course might be completely off the track. Well, of course, it's nothing to do with that, and they don't have great names, just autumn, spring, and summer. But then I realized, what if the definition was split, and it could be a schism? So I think school is SCH. 1 month is that, but why? I think I have seen this in the crossword before, that term is being used for termination of Christmas, which is the S, which comes after 1, and then M for month. Very tricky. All right, so this isn't a pot sticker. Hot hat hit in rubbish. They might stick, like hat pins or hot cross buns. might stick. No, let me pause and think about that one. Oh my goodness, I had to go to word plays again, and this is a very cheeky clue. The answer is hot pants. They might stick to the bottom. And in, if something is in, it is hot. And the British slang for rubbish, pants. So another very clever one. Kinky striptease. Oh, this might be the anagram of striptease. So let's try the anagram helper. Not seeing anything. Revealing art in suspense. Oh, tapestries, of course. Yes. Wall hangings. Another clever one. Make do work on collecting income support. That's just not an inviting clue. Make do. Yeah. Other than support might mean income comes at the bottom to support the rest of it. But then again, collecting can mean one word goes around another. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use word plays for this one. Well, I see a few words on word plays that might fit like impromptu or improvise. I like improvise for make do, but I don't see exactly how the wordplay, in fact, I don't see at all how the wordplay would work. Uh, work. Oh, I think to work on something might be to improve it, which collects IS. Now, is IS a well-known abbreviation for income support in Britain? But I do kind of like that. I'm going to use the check this button. It is correct, but we'll get confirmation at 15 squared of how that works. Ooh, argue with now must be spar. Yeah, so sister is a nun, SR, and it goes around pa. All right. This might be EX, but I wasn't expecting an E. Relieving. Oh, exempting. Oh, yes. If something is attractive, it's tempting, but it loses its top. All right. So now I think the G for government is at the beginning, and then we have a word for state, and it's going to mean drain. Yeah, if you state something, you utter it, and a gutter can be a drain. Now our excuse or excuse, not in line. Not on, not something. No, let's try our mocking person. Oh, is it something like an imitator or a... yeah, but then the golf club is broken. Would that really have two eyes in it? Mocking person. A satirist of some kind. Yeah, I think I'm going to look up some synonyms. It's not a word I would have thought of, an ironist. And so the golf clubs are simply irons, which are broken by I, the first. And then I think T is simply T. Oh, I think this might be an excuse, a written like you have a pass, for example, from the army. What would they call that? A something out? But then what is officer not in line? Oh, yeah, I think an excuse you give might be a cop out. An officer is a policeman or a cop, and if you're not in line, I suppose you're out. Is that don't fully understand that one. So we'll take a look at 15 squared. Let me do my check all first. Everything is still there. All right. All right, the blog today is by Peter O. Difficult parsing, unexpected definitions. Oh, I think he had some problem posting his blog. I'm surprised he isn't doesn't have more praise for the crossword, but I really thought that was one of the best I've done. I can't even remember, other than some of the themed crosswords that we've had that I really enjoyed. There were a lot of very clever ones there. Let's see, I didn't understand shampoo. Oh, shame is stain and poor is bad, but you have to have the final going for both of them. That makes sense. And yeah, that term for Christmas, term as a terminator, that is very tricky. Let's see. 9 up is on. Okay, I suppose if you're, what is it like if you're up on a horse, maybe you're on. I don't know. Plus 2 is with. Plus no W. I got the no W. Yeah, I'm not completely convinced by 9 across, but I think I got the rest of the acrosses. Yeah, all looking good there. And then the downs, 15. Oh, he does question Cape Sinai. I've not found any use of the term. Yeah, let's see. Improvise. Sure enough, IS income support. It's in chambers, so it's allowed. And improve, all right. And football, not yet chosen is TBA to be announced. That's very clever. Plus L, and if you kid somebody, oh, you fool them. All right. And then out means just, he says, not in line. All right. Not sure about that. Dr. What's on, a fun puzzle. Yeah, no, I would agree with currently up to now doesn't mean the same thing. KVA spells out how you read hot pants. Yep. Oh, I didn't notice Peter O may have overthought it. All right. Oh, Dave says not much fun in this one. I disagree. A top drawer puzzle. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I think I really enjoy this. This seems quite a divisive crossword today, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, maybe there were a few that were a little loose, but I think we always get that. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a wonderful day.